All right, what's going on? So today we're fixing the lawnmower. For some reason, it just stopped working. So I watched a couple YouTube videos. So I'm gonna dive in and see what I can do to fix it. First thing I got to do is get this little air panel off. The carburetor is located behind it. That's where I think the issue is. So we're gonna start there first. So that's just a little Phillips, a flathead screwdriver. Yours may be different. Just wherever your air filter is, you want to take that out. I don't know what your model make might be, so might be in a different spot. So we're gonna take that off like so, or attempt to get it. There we go. Get your filter out, and back there is the little piece that kind of covers the carburetor that's located behind it. It was 2 screws to get that out. So we're gonna take that loose. I didn't do this initially. Actually, what I did was I messed up at the end and I reversed the video because it's the same concept of getting it off. So we're gonna be running with it like that. So I'm getting these screws out right now to be able to get back to the carburetor, which is located back behind here. It's fairly easy to do. What took out, or I had to loosen 4 screws in total. Once again, I'm not a master mechanic or no small engine builder. I did this my way. So, if anything was to happen, I just put it in the shop. So it was already not working. So I'm going to see what I can do to get it fixed. But I have to take it to the shop. Like I said, it was very simple and easy. So once you get all those screws off, you'll be able to pop this little housing off in just a second. I'm going to pull it out so you can see what's located behind it. There we go. And back there is your carburetor. What happened was that little hose to the bottom by my left hand wasn't connected, so I had to put that back on there. But right there, as you can see, there's the carburetor in the middle of the screen. So we're gonna get that situated in just a few minutes, and I'm gonna show you everything that I've done to get that to work. It was fairly easy and simple, and I was proud to get it going. So here we go. All right, so my lawnmower won't start. So I'm figuring out this little part here is clogged. I don't have nothing to clamp it off from the gas line. So I'm gonna use this little cup. Catch the gas, as much of the gas I can. Whatever in here is gonna drip out. I already got it loose. So I'm gonna take it loose on the bottom. And we're gonna go from there. I'm gonna pull it off, clean it out, and hopefully this will make my lawnmower run. I watched a couple of videos on YouTube, and this is usually the issue. For what kind of makes the lawnmower don't run. I wish I could have found the vice grips, but it is what it is. There's not that much gas in here, but I do want to catch it. And what I'm gonna do is I'll filter to get it back in because I don't have any gas on hand, which sucks. So we're gonna pop this off. And all the gas that's in there, we're gonna let it run into here. So yeah, we got slow drips. Set my gas to the side. I'm gonna let that stay up for just a couple of seconds. Let all that extra gas accumulate. Bring it back down again. Yeah, we're getting just drops now. I can deal with just drops. So now we're gonna loosen this bolt. This may drip. Yeah, it's dripping. I ain't got nothing to get under there. Wasn't that bad. I'll get a rag or something on that. Take my bolt out. This is the crucial part, because this is what needs to be cleaned. So I'm gonna clean that out. Hopefully I can get this housing off. And he don't want to come. Let me pause it. All right, so I got the housing off. There's a lot of debris and stuff I need to clean it on the inside. This little part here, I can kind of let be from what I saw on YouTube. I actually need to clean this out and this. So the next video, and this. So the next video is gonna be cleaning this out, and we're gonna take it from there. So what I did was I connected the gas line hose back on to where it needed to be. I'm gonna let this sit overnight, and tomorrow I'm gonna come back out and clean everything up, pop it back on, and hopefully we can get this bad boy started again. I think this is the problem. It was some gas in here earlier when I started it, and it ran for a second. I shut it off and tried to start it back again. It didn't start. So I'm thinking this right here is clogged. So I'm gonna clean him out, get everything put back on there, and we'll see. Stay tuned. All right, so we back at it again. Staying true to form. I wasn't prepared for this, so we're gonna make it do what it do as usual. First thing I want to say is you might definitely want to wear some gloves when you're dealing with this. My hands got covered with gas last night, and they still smell like gas today because I couldn't get it all rinsed off, but it is what it is. Everything had dried out. So what I'm gonna do is try to get in here. I'm gonna get a Q-tip and just try to rub that out, maybe even with a cotton ball with some alcohol. You probably would need carburetor cleaner. I don't have that. This alcohol will evaporate, so I ain't too concerned. Just try to get in there and see if I can clean it up a little bit, like so. It's really not that bad as I thought it was gonna be. Take another dry one. Yeah, all right, so that's about as good as we're gonna get that there. With the pin that I took out, I put a piece of hose on there. That way I can blow air into it to see if it was clear. I filled up a little cup of water. Actually, I filled this cup up with water. I blew in there and I got bubbles, so I know this is clear. So what I'm gonna do is dump some alcohol in here in just a second, push it through, and then we still should be good. Then you can see all the debris that dried up in the bottom, so I'm gonna get that cleared out, like dirt or whatever. I'm gonna get that cleared out and cleaned up, and then we're gonna come back to you in just a second. All right, got that cleaned out. It does still look a little dirty. That's just where it's stained, but it is clean. And then I also cleaned off the gasket. We cleaned off the screw as best as I could as well. Got it cleaned up. I poured alcohol through that hose that I had in there, and it slowly drained out. So I know that's just clear now. So what I'm gonna do is start putting everything back together. I'll be back with y'all in just a second. All right, I got the bolt in place. Just gonna hand tighten it to start. All right, take the ratchet and give it a little bit. That should be good right there. Put the air filter housing back on. We're gonna pause. All right, I got them lined up. So we're gonna get this back into place. I definitely do need a new air filter, but we're not concerned about that today. We will get one though. That's just the easy fix, just popping that off and make sure that's nice and snug. Like so. Put our new nasty air filter back on. I mean, the old nasty. Slide that back on like so. I did clean these off the best as I could with the broom, and I did hit it with the leaf blower. Get that all tightened up. We good to go. All right, let me roll this baby outside, get some gas back in it, and we're gonna see what we got. All right, so as I was making sure I got everything together like it should be, I realized that I forgot to connect this hose. So now I gotta put this hose on and then get this back connected. I'm glad I did that before I put the gas in there. So I got that back on. Give me a second to get all this back screwed. And I can dump the gas in there. And we can see if this baby kicks on. We hope that it does. I'm thinking the only problem was that when I took it off and started the other day, it did start when I had everything loose. So hopefully that's the problem. Get everything lined back up. Screwed in. Get my filter back on and we should be good to go. Get my gas in. All right. Get these a little cranking. That should do that one. And that should do that one. Get my air filter back in. Let me get this back in. I'm gonna come back. All right, we got this lined up. It was just looking a little tricky. I thought it sat inside of it, but it just kind of, it's like a gasket in between it. So we got that set up. Let me get my gas poured in here. I'm gonna prime it a couple of times. Then I'm gonna fire it up. All right, we got my gas in. I'm finna pull it, see what we got. And we got nothing, so hold on. I got it. I just didn't prime it enough times. Hopefully y'all can hear me, but I'm gonna let it run. I'm gonna shut it off and I'm gonna start it back up and we should be good to go. All right, here we go. Second attempt. If it starts up, I think we in business.